Hi, my name is Julia Mello and I am a specialist in Korean traditional alcohol, which is also called Sool. I've been living in Korea for 10 years, and for the last 5 years I've been learning all the techniques of brewing from a lot of the masters in schools, and also everything there is to know about Korean alcohol history, culture, and industry practices. So when we talk about Sool, Sool means alcohol in Korean. And if you're familiar with sake, sake actually also means alcohol. It doesn't mean traditional Japanese alcohol, it just means all alcohol. So in Korea, Sool now currently means beer, wine, Korean alcohol included, but it has a long, rich history that means alcohol that's been fermented and distilled from rice. So within Korean alcohol, there are many different kinds of Sool. We have makgeolli, takju, cheongju, and soju. Each one is very different, but they all come from a very similar process of fermenting rice into alcohol. So first we have makgeolli. Makgeolli is a lower alcohol percentage turbid alcohol. So it's quite milky and it's drunk quite commonly, especially when it's raining. And it's often paired with a hot, steamy, savory pancake, which sometimes has seafood or some green onions in it. Then we have takju. Takju is also cloudy, but it has a higher alcohol percentage. It's usually between 12 and sometimes 19%, and it's much more rich and creamy in texture. Takju can be paired with lots of different foods, from spicy meats. So if you're familiar with something like spicy fried chicken or something like that, it goes very well. Then we have cheongju, and cheongju is actually a golden clear layer that appears after fermentation above the sediment layer. So cheongju is actually a beautiful, rich and complex fruity and floral alcohol. Cheongju can be more similarly compared to wines or sherries or even sake. So it goes very well as a dessert wine. If you're thinking of different kinds of foods, but it can also, some lighter cheongjus go well with fish, so grilled fish or some salads. But there's plenty of things that you can do with cheongju. And then if we distill cheongju, we get soju. And of course, soju is very commonly drunk everywhere in Korea. It comes actually in a variety of alcohol percentages, from as low as 14 to as high as 53. So the higher alcohol percentages of soju go really well with meats. So if you're drinking, if you're having barbecue or something like that, it's really nice to have a nice soju. Or if you're having a thick, juicy steak, the high alcohol percentage of soju will cut through and pair really beautifully with the meat. To be honest, actually making Korean alcohol is very simple. You can make a great recipe very easily in your own home. If you can steam rice, you can make Korean Sool. But if you want to make something really complex and really beautiful and well crafted, it can take many years of practice, of development, and really mastering the techniques. Fermenting Korean alcohol, there's a lot of different kinds of variables and factors that go into making a good drink. So even though the process is simple, it can take a lot of time to really perfect what you want to make. Eating and drinking the food and alcohol of another country helps you see a window into the people themselves. So I really hope that you're able to try what good Korean alcohol is and enjoy the wonders of Korea.